just like, here's a wheel, boom.
Yeah, the wheel's crazy.
And then you open it and like hell comes out of it. It's so cool. Hi, is it recording?
Hi.
Hello.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Just coming in the middle, it makes it seem like
Genuine.
yeah.
Okay.
This isn't staged at all.
No, it's not.
There's no green screen.
We're on a stage right now.
Okay.
It literally is on a stage. Yeah. How's everyone's week been?
So,
Pretty good. Beat Bloodborne.
That's what Bloodborne. Yeah.
That's exciting.
I had to beat it in time for the DLC. That was my main
Of course,
thing.
yeah.
November 24th is the DLC. I'm
Yeah, it's
very
like you
excited for that.
like
Very excited.
it's like binge watching before the second season
Yeah.
starts.
Basically.
Yeah. So now I'm going to move on to Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition and beat that.
Yes.
Because
Isn't Devil May Cry 4 like very old?
It's from 2008, but they re-released
they
it this
re-released
year
it
with more characters.
Virgil, Lady, and Trish.
Wow. That's a
And-
really weird re-release. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, they did it for the third game. They re-released it with Virgil also, but that
So
was
that's
much
like-
closer to when
Yeah.
that game originally came
Right.
out.
Because the most recent Devil May Cry was DMC.
Four.
Yes.
DMC? No.
Four.
Oh, are you?
Well,
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, DMC came out, but that had a lot of fan backlash, obviously.
Yeah, I heard.
So to keep it more of like, hey, let's get like another Devil May Cry game out there. They wanted to, this was almost like gauging interest. Capcom was
Yes.
very transparent. They were like, hey guys, if you want another like white-haired like regular Dante, buy this.
Yeah.
So- and everyone
That's
went, okay.
Yeah.
And so I
slow clap
yeah,
from the fans.
well, and I just went, okay, I'm buying this ASAP. Lady, Trish, Virgil, they did exactly what everyone kind of wanted.
What's the price?
$25.
Okay.
$25 for a full game
With 5 characters.
with 3 new characters.
Well, yeah, 3 new characters, 5 characters total.
More costumes, more Bloody Palace, I think.
Mhm.
So just a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
$25, it's like.
And this was like out of the blue.
Dude, you already
Like-
dropped the 60 back in
Yeah, back in
2008.
the
What's
day.
another 25?
Yeah. So that's what I'm probably gonna start.
Well, it's
doing.
long enough past that it's like okay.
Yeah,
And
exa-
especially
no,
on like the
exactly.
new consoles, it looks really nice, like
Oh,
60
yeah,
FPS.
yeah.
Yeah,
1080p.
it's a jump up
It's
a
just
generation.
so nice.
They had
yeah.
they re-released the Uncharted games on PS4 pretty
Yeah.
recently.
They did. I
And,
didn't
like,
like any of those.
If you think back, like
Great.
Uncharted 1 was like 2000.
Oh,
7 or
Uncharted
8.
1, yeah, I want to say
It was
like
really
7,
early,
yeah.
so.
And that game.
I heard
apparently
Uncharted
was
2
great.
is
Yeah.
the best. Uncharted 2 I've heard is
yes.
the best.
I've played all 3 of them, but I have not beat all 3 of them. There's a part in each game
That's
where it
just
becomes
bullshit.
like crushingly
It
difficult,
is, yeah.
and I'm
I
just
know what you're
like,
saying.
you know, I'll come back.
I was
Never.
at a friend's house and he was playing one of them, and it was like we were going through. It was just like, yeah, you know, like Tomb Raider type stuff.
Yeah.
And in the back of my mind, I'm going, you know, Tomb Raider always has supernatural bullshit. And then like the next thing that happens, there's
Yeah.
just like Yetis. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, there's the supernatural.
Yeah.
In the first one, there's some
Definitely.
Nazi zombies.
Yes,
I guess
there are
it's-
I
Nazi
think
zombies.
predates the Nazi zombies in Call of Duty.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Yes, because no, I'm
I
not.
think
Maybe
I don't know.
it
It was
might.
pretty
It was
close.
World
It was
at
very-
War.
it was
and that
very,
kind
very
of
close.
when I got my PS3, it was the Uncharted 1 bundle.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So that came with it. But that game had already been out for a little while.
It's very close.
And then I remember
exactly.
purchasing World at War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Pretty close,
It's
though.
over.
Yeah, they all have supernatural bullshit, which I always think makes it more kind of cool, fun in a way because
No, it is totally.
it feels like everyone's described Uncharted 2 as it is the best action movie simulator. You just feel like you're
Yeah.
playing
Right,
an action
and
movie.
there's always the talk of they want to make an Uncharted movie,
Yeah.
and people are just like, that would be fun, but also you're missing the entire point of Uncharted, the game,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that it takes from those action movies,
Yeah.
and now you're just going to take the interactive part and pull it out,
yeah.
and like that's kind of what
You're,
makes
gonna,
it
you're almost
cool.
gonna you're almost gonna turn it into the thing it almost like satirizes in a way, like
satirize. I think honors.
Yeah,
is
okay.
More
Yeah,
of a,
yeah.
More of a. It does. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not really making like Nathan Drake is like a sarcastic character, but it's not like poking fun at the genre. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like you took Indiana Jones, you set it in the modern day, and then you just made it crazy, like
Yeah.
intense, like action.
it's
That's
Tomb Raider
basically
with
what
it's
it is.
Tomb Raider with a penis. That's what it's always been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that new Tomb Raider takes a little bit from
Uncharted.
Uncharted to,
Yeah.
in a more
They just
serious
they help
tone.
each other out.
Yeah, no, and
I think it's fine.
I've heard
I-
those new Tomb Raider games. are pretty good.
I played the first one. I liked it a lot, actually. Yeah.
I haven't played a single Tomb Raider.
No, I haven't played it either.
I'm looking forward to the new one. I think the new one's gonna be.
It's called Rise of the Tomb
Yeah, I think that one's
That
gonna
one was
be much
Xbone
better.
exclusive for a while, right?
It,
I think
yeah,
it's
coming
a timed
out.
exclusive.
Timed exclusive next fall. It's coming out on PS4, so I have to wait. But
Whatever.
whatever.
Yeah.
I like the first one enough that I'm gonna get the second one.
Yeah. So, you
Yeah.
to talk about
I want to talk
comic
about.
books, because we've talked
Comic
about
books.
anime, which is my thing.
Yeah.
So now comic books,
Comic
which is yours
books.
thing.
Which is my thing.
Red-blooded American stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, legit.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't really know what he's referring to, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I,
yeah,
I
so-
haven't heard this.
Act comment then.
Cool. I'm excited.
Marvel released a new Captain America comic series.
Okay.
Sam Wilson, Captain America. So he used to be the Falcon. Now he's Captain
Oh
America.
yes, I did.
Yeah.
I heard about that, but I didn't hear a controversy though.
Okay, so first off, great comic book. It is so interesting, so like politically aware,
Mm-hmm.
Very of the time.
very of the time, which is what Captain America should be.
Yeah.
If you want, to, keep that name as accurate as possible.
He started by punching Nazis. You want
Yeah,
him-
absolutely. And so it was controversial, in the sense that Fox News got offended by it.
Oh, okay.
So, so in this comic, Captain America, essentially, he cuts ties with S.H.I.E.L.D., and they kind of hate him. You're not really sure why. They'll go into it as the series progresses.
Now you're talking about Steve Rogers, Captain America.
No, I'm talking about Sam Wilson.
Oh, okay.
From the start, from page 1, Sam Wilson is Captain America. He
Okay.
has been for about a year or so
Okay.
in the comics.
And in that year, an undisclosed thing happened that now he hates them.
Right. S.H.I.E.L.D. and Captain America don't really work together, but he came out and said in a press conference, like, all right, I'm not working with S.H.I.E.L.D., but I want to help the people. Like, that's what Captain America is for. He's helping, the people
Yeah.
of the United States. And basically he opens like a hotline for people to call him and ask for help. And
1-800 Hot Wing Beef.
yeah, insert Drake dancing
Yeah.
with Captain America.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick. So he opens this hotline. People call in, and it's like, "Oh, my cat is on a tree," and like dumb shit. And it's like, "All right, this isn't really what we were hoping, but the hotline is still here. It's fine." So then he gets a call from this like elderly woman in Arizona. She's like, "My grandson got fucking deported," and like he basically the way it's set up is this grandmother is first generation immigrant from Mexico. So the grandson
He's a
is a U.S. citizen, and he got deported because he was helping out people who were coming over illegally.
Yeah.
He was helping out the
Yeah.
community, leaving sort of like care package type things for people
Okay.
to help them out, doing a nice thing for his fellow human beings. However, there's a group of terrorist group people called like the Serpent, whatever the fuck. Serpent Squad, I don't know. But they're old Avengers villains from the 60s, and their whole thing ever since then has been, hey, this is our land, no immigrants. Like, from 1966 to 2015, that's been their thing.
It's been their shtick, and they stuck.
So, this writer, Nick Spencer, brought them back for a very, like,
apt.
Yeah, that's a pretty good.
So, basically, Captain America within the comic book is being labeled like a communist and socialist and all this stuff, and really he's just trying to help out his fellow Americans, doing a nice thing.
As a true hero does.
As a true hero does. Not all heroes wear capes. Captain America doesn't wear a cape.
No, he doesn't.
In fact,
The suit would look stupid with a cape, probably.
yeah, no capes. That's the Incredibles thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Fox News was upset that, the Captain America is fighting conservatism, essentially.
Yeah. So it's like I just watched it. I watched it before you came here, like just a few seconds ago. It's basically just Fox News being like, well, like how come Captain America's fighting conservatives? It's like he's not fighting people who are like fiscally conservative. He's fighting people who like just hate immigrants and are literally willing to hurt and murder because of it.
Yeah. It's
They're
pretty,
still
it's pretty,
bad.
It's pretty outrageous. A little bit funny in the comic book when Captain America does meet the Serpent guys.
I think it's Society.
Serpent Society. Yeah, you're right. So it is funny, but the writer Nick Spencer has gone on Twitter answering myriad questions
Yeah, sure.
about how could he possibly write this, and like he's like, they're like, you think that illegal immigration's okay? This is people on Twitter to him,
Yeah.
and he's like, the views of Captain America are not necessarily the views of myself. I also write Doctor Doom. I don't see him.
Yeah.
I don't see eye to eye with him
Yeah.
politically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
I do believe in Doom. I trust in Doom. Doom
yeah,
world.
could you imagine? That'd be so crazy.
That'd be hilarious.
He's like, actually,
That'd
I
be
think
pretty
we should be
I
ruled
mean-
by Doom.
I mean,
Yes.
I always isn't that the thing though of Doom's story that like he's like in infinite possibilities and futures. There is only one where mankind survives, and it's Doom World. Isn't that his like whole thing?
I
That like
have no clue.
I think that there's a really cool
That
page.
sounds like it would
No.
be right, but I don't know.
No, there's a really cool page. My friend loves the character of Doctor Doom.
He's a pretty great character.
Yeah, and he sent me this page once of just like Doom with like this big white tiger, and he's like sitting in a throne. And it's just like all these like the little boxes are talking about how he's like seen into the future, and like the only way humanity survives is if he rules the world, which I think is a cool thing. But yeah, so obviously this author is trying to bring up an issue, but he's not exactly. He's like
Right, and the sort of like polarizing response that he's received from Fox News, various people on Twitter, and other
Yeah.
news media places.
Pornhub.
Probably.
You guys hear about this Captain America
mirrors
shit?
the backlash that Captain America within the comic
Yeah.
receives. People call
Yeah,
him communist,
so it's
all
like
this other stuff.
so it's like life imitates
So-
art, sort of.
Yes, exactly that. And he's like, this is the funniest part about all of this.
Yeah.
Is that, one, it's bringing attention to my comic book. All press is good press.
Yeah.
I'm sure the book is, yeah, exactly. People are going out
Yeah.
to buy it now. I read it
Either
because
to
I
read
heard
or
about
burn
it.
it.
I read it because I heard about it, but also I was, interested in what Nick Spencer had to do. He also
Yeah.
writes Ant-Man right now, which has been really great.
Okay.
So that's where that is,
That's
and it's just hilarious.
that's pretty.
It's pretty. So this run started when?
2 weeks ago.
Okay, so it's very recent.
It's
Okay.
very recent.
Has
yeah.
the second issue come out yet or no?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So
How
we
often
don't
do they
know what happens.
Is it like a monthly thing or how do comics work?
How do comics work? Some of them are twice a month.
What is this one going to be? Twice?
I think this one will be once a month.
Okay.
Yeah. I think right now only Iron Man and Spider-Man are twice a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's-
Very popular characters.
Yeah. no,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So,
that's okay. I mean, I guess the whole idea of like, I guess I just kind of, I remember talking with like you about this, that he's a hero who is now serving the people, and in my mind it's just, isn't that just what every superhero does?
Right.
Like Spider-Man, he
Right.
doesn't have like
Yeah.
a thing for him. He's just like, what's up guys? Like, you need some help?
Yeah.
I got you, fam. Like,
yeah.
it's not, so
They
it just
usually
seems weird.
they usually help the people of the United States. It's funny that he's getting this sort of backlash.
Yeah.
I think it's because he's specifically bringing out the immigration thing is specifically brought
Oh,
up
it's
in
a
the comics.
Absolutely,
it's a
yeah.
very
That's
like
why.
tense.
Yeah.
Because if that wasn't, then nobody would like.
But it's
No
like
one would give
it's
a
this
shit.
like incredible misreading of what was going on in the comic book
Mhm.
because he wasn't an illegal immigrant. This guy that got deported, he was like just helping out some people. And like,
Yeah.
that's his like something bad happened to this American citizen. That's what Captain America is going there to find out.
It's almost
Yeah.
like when people take like satire seriously. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you just didn't.
Yeah,
get
they
it.
didn't
You
like.
get
Oh,
it.
you didn't see the byline that said the Onion on this
Yeah,
article.
you
Like
didn't
that's
get it.
That's
Yeah.
that. That's what those people did.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And one of the Fox News people in the clip where they talk about Captain America is like, we should take the politics out of comic books.
Oh, yeah.
Or, like, we shouldn't let them cross over, and I don't think that's a very good idea.
I don't
Because-
even think it's a matter of we should take politics out of comic books. I think that's dumb for starters. It's
Yeah.
no matter what art or medium someone has access to, they're going to
Some-
express some view of politics,
Yeah. Right.
no matter what. So
And
that's just not going to
Someone's
happen.
gonna disagree with that.
Yeah.
It's just like how it works.
Discourse is how these things grow and get talked about.
Right. And if Captain America is inciting, Captain America, the title of the comic book, is inciting this conversation, it was they talked about it on the Daily Show, they've been talking about it all week on various news media outlets.
That's crazy, dude.
And it's just like, if this can spark a conversation, then why not? That's exactly what...
Yeah, he got people talking.
He got people talking, he got people reading Captain America. It's a win-win situation for him. Like, I don't see where the negative is, and most people are just like, oh, I read it, and I get what's going on.
Yeah.
Now. It's like, a lot of people jump to conclusions and they hadn't read it.
I feel like 75% of the people who read it were just kind of like, I don't know, man, it was just a Captain America comic. Like, they weren't even thinking about, like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
this is going to piss some people off. They were probably just like, yeah, okay, Captain America.
Yeah, and generally, you know, the media, the arts, are usually pretty liberal.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if you're reading Captain America, you're probably not expecting, you know, no
Rage,
politics at
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Captain America's always been, you know, working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and
Yeah.
government stuff, and even the movie had some political
I still
undertones.
didn't see the second one.
Have you seen it? Winter Soldier?
It's my favorite Marvel movie. It's phenomenal.
It's
I
really
keep
good.
hearing
It's
that. I
so
haven't seen it.
good.
I showed you the elevator scene.
You did.
That should sell you enough.
It did sell me. I want to see it.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but the opening scene of that movie is basically the tanker from Metal Gear Solid 2.
I heard that.
That's what the opening is. So that's a reason for you to see it.
I heard that Captain America 2 is the best Metal Gear Solid 2 movie, and I was like, what does that mean? I need to see this.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
just keep hearing.
Of what I know of Metal Gear, it's pretty.
It's not even people.
base Metal
But that's
Gear.
like the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 2 is like exactly that. Like they sneak up
That's
to a
so
tanker
funny.
to do stuff. It's the exact same thing.
Olga Berlokovich is there with her.
Yeah, her hairy armpits
Yeah.
and stuff. But one thing I wanted to say about, on like a related note, not just like
Of
Captain
comics.
America, Marvel like recently has been doing a lot of like cool stuff. How like Thor is now female,
Yeah.
and then there's Spider Gwen, and like all these like
People-
changing like.
People fucking love Spider-Man.
I haven't read it yet. I really want to read it.
People
It's really
love
great.
her.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
love. I just have seen her design, and I think it looks so
No, she's the
badass.
coolest.
and
It's the
she's
coolest
badass.
Yeah.
suit that a spider person
Yeah,
has been given.
it's one of the
so
best
good
designs,
looking.
definitely. Yeah.
People fucking love Spider-Man.
Yeah, and I just love
Did
how-
you hear that? I forget his name. Some dude at Platinum was like, "I'd like to make a Spider-Gwen
Yeah.
game."
He was.
It's like,
I forgot what his name is, but
Please.
he directed Bayonetta 2. He's the director of Bayonetta 2.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'd like to make a Spider-Gwen game. And this was like when it was really, really new. Everybody's like, what?
Yeah.
This
Spider-Gwen is
like-
only like 6 issues into
Yeah, I
the
know. It's
series.
really like.
so it's early.
Yeah.
It's
It's
very early.
very early, but very cool. I've been reading it, and the twists that they put on the Spider-Man lore, because it doesn't take place in the main Marvel
It's the
universe.
multiverse.
Yeah.
Right, but Marvel has been embracing the weird stuff that they have
Yeah.
Yeah.
over the past couple of years, and it has been working out very well for them. Like, one of the best books they publish right now is called The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, where it's
Oh,
essentially...
but the art looks so gross in that.
It's just like really weird, cartoony art.
Yeah, I know, but it's awful.
No, it's very fitting for the theme of that comic, which is just essentially Squirrel Girl is a college-age person who is a superhero on the side, but she's like a nobody
Okay,
superhero, like
yeah.
C-list.
Okay.
And basically, she goes to school in New York, and like bad shit happens in New York
Yeah.
in the comics.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she fights bad guys. She's like funny and weird, and like
What are
she-
her powers?
she has the powers of a squirrel.
Well, she's like fast and strong
Okay.
too. I
Yeah,
think,
she's
right?
like she's got like
Did you
she's
ever-
essentially Spider-Man, but a squirrel.
Did you ever play BlazBlue?
No.
You know the character from Makoto from there?
No.
That's
She-
Squirrel Girl. There's
she,
Squirrel
like,
Girl and BlazBlue.
The best
Okay.
A much
part-
cooler
The
Squirrel
best
Girl.
part about Squirrel Girl is she has this big bushy squirrel tail.
Yeah.
That's like part of her body.
She has like an actual.
She has a
tail.
big
Okay.
squirrel tail. She
That's good.
she's like, I can hide my squirrel tail in my pants and it makes my butt look great.
I think that's funny.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's
I've just seen
It's a really
so
nice
much
story.
of the like art for that. It
Yeah.
just looks so bad.
Some of it does look bad, but the characters are very expressive, and you get the feel of the comic immediately
Okay, yeah.
from reading it. And she's also got a little squirrel sidekick. It's very cute.
I'm sure. But Now you wanted to talk about Daredevil.
Yes.
You said you just started that.
Yesterday I started watching it.
Yesterday, and you already watched 4 episodes?
Yeah, I go hard sometimes.
Okay.
Jesus. Well, I watched the last 5 episodes in one sitting.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I've been wanting to watch it like since it came out, and then recently it's like, okay, Jessica Jones is like right here, and then
Trailer
there was
just
a
dropped
trailer
back.
for season 2 of Daredevil. It's like, okay, I think I gotta watch this
Trailer
now.
for Jessica Jones.
So 4 episodes in, I love this series
Yeah.
so much. This is like, I love the tone. This is giving me the Batman like series that I want. This is basically like Batman, but
Right.
he's like even more crazy than
That
Batman
was-
because he's like really fucking.
The whole Batman thing was exactly what I was joking around with my friends before it came out. I was like, all these trailers make me think this is just going to be a series about blind Batman.
Yeah.
Right.
That's kind of what it is.
Kind of, yeah.
That's kind of what
It's
Daredevil
just,
is.
But
I
he's
need to
poor,
clean
and
up my
he's poor.
cities.
So he's blind and poor, Batman.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like, he doesn't have the resources.
Again, another politically sort of savvy show.
I didn't finish it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to do with. It has to do with like the underlying themes.
Okay.
If you know a little bit about Hell's
Blindness.
Kitchen and blindness, no, not anything.
blind.
Blindness is like
Are we going to talk about the Teenage Mutant
All,
Ninja
honestly,
Turtles?
no.
all blind people
Honestly-
are superpowered.
Yeah.
Daredevil being blind is like the weirdest thing to me because he has that extrasensory like abilities
Yeah.
where he's essentially not blind.
Yeah.
He's like
So why his whole life would he continue to like pretend to be blind?
he's like Kenshi from Mortal Kombat.
He really is, like,
Where it's
actually,
like,
yeah.
It don't matter that
But he
he's
just
blind.
doesn't have psychic powers. But
That's
yeah,
all he's
basically,
missing.
Yeah, that's actually a good
I
point.
mean, he has like very near psychic abilities.
Yeah, I like
from
the visual effect that they use of like it's
Yeah.
kind of like a fisheye almost of like that's his like hearing
I like
vision
his-
is going that
I like the
way, and
constant
it's
like
a
every once in a
cool
while he
way
just kind of like it's like
showing it.
it's like oh like is there someone over there? He just kind of like turns to the side and just goes yeah so like and you
I
can just hear
I
like
really
whatever.
like I really like
Yeah,
that.
and then
Yeah,
the
someone
actor
just
playing
fired up
Daredevil
someone.
is
I don't know.
pretty
Yeah, I don't know
great.
what his name is, but he's doing a really
He's
good
Charlie
job.
Cox. He's a great
Yeah,
actor.
really good job.
I was gonna say I thought you meant Matt Murdock. I'm like yeah he's a lawyer.
He is a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
watched 4 or 5 episodes
Yeah, I watched
also.
4.
I didn't finish it yet because I have just my schedule is just packed with anime, so I have to work on
Already
that.
scheduled.
Just says anime.
I just but yeah, I really liked the series. I really liked it once Wilson Fisk did get introduced. But I
Yeah.
really
Yeah, it's
also
definitely
like
good.
it's one of my favorite things that like fiction does, which is hey, this dude is so bad. You don't get to know his name for a while. Like the underlings,
Yeah.
they don't get to know his name.
They don't even know
like
his name,
it's
yeah.
just one of those things where it's like don't
Yeah.
say his name. Not,
I don't know who I'm working for. You're working through like the channels
Yeah,
I love
all the way down like
But
the
what-
grunts don't
But
know
what
anything.
really kind of, I mean, it just comes with the territory, I guess, of it
Yeah.
being a comic, is it's like, oh, who is this guy? It's like, I fucking know it's Kingpin.
Yeah.
Like, the
Yeah.
mystery's kind of gone in a way, but it's also
Yeah.
just cool still.
But those first few episodes are pretty badass. As far as like, one, it's a superhero show.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking great
Yeah, it's
superhero show.
really
He's-
good.
It's pretty good.
And two, it's a crime drama. And it's a fucking great crime drama.
Yeah.
And I think it balances out, at least in the first half of the season, it balances out those two things very well.
His partner, Foghorn Leghorn,
Yeah.
he's pretty cool. He's pretty fun. But,
Yeah, he's alright.
I
yeah.
mean, he's the comic relief. You gotta
Yeah,
lower the comic
and then
relief.
they got the girl.
Yeah.
It's just the girl.
The girl.
And then there's...
Rosario Dawson. I didn't know she was in that show. I was like, holy shit! Like they got the casting good.
Which
Yeah.
one? Which one is that?
She's Claire, the doctor. That,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Like
I was
dies
like,
on her
holy
building.
shit,
She's
like-
like, ah, fuck, we
She's
gotta
like,
help
"Ah,
her."
I
yeah,
gotta
I'm
shit
glad
up.
that she's in. She's doing a good job.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
actually
the
saw
cast
this.
is good.
I
Yeah, it's
saw
good
this, and I'm guessing you did too. I saw this after I saw Jurassic World.
I haven't seen Jurassic.
Oh,
World, so-
okay. Because Vincent D'Onofrio's in Jurassic
Okay.
World, and he's like this just like douchebag.
He's like the worst villain ever. in
Yeah,
the
he
movie.
just sucks. What's kind of funny is he starts like monologuing in that movie in
Yeah.
Jurassic World, like being a villain. He's like, I am, and he gets like interrupted by something, but
He's actually the worst.
yeah.
So he's like what? Syndrome from The Incredibles. He keeps getting interrupted while he's monologuing. It's not the
Yeah.
same thing.
But he
Yes.
from what I've seen of him in Daredevil, it's a cool sort of character where it's like you get this like the first introduction is like a very sympathetic one almost because
Yeah,
it's like
it is very simple.
it's
Yeah,
like
it
Homeboy
really
just
is.
wants a date. Homeboy's he's just a sad fat boy
Yeah.
looking for
There
love.
is an episode where it's a flashback to his like childhood,
his
young
fat childhood.
Yes, and it's like very like depressing, sort
Yeah.
of disturbing. He, he's a fascinating character.
Yeah.
I'm not, again, I said this before, I'm not a huge fan of Vincent D'Onofrio's performance in the show.
Yeah.
But as far as like a character goes, I do feel for it.
What I think is kind of funny is, I know it's horrible, but the Daredevil movie,
Yeah.
I actually really liked Michael Clark Duncan as
Yeah, me too.
Kingpin.
I was
He
actually
a
thinking.
good Kingpin.
I was thinking that when I was watching the show. I was like, oh yeah, he was Kingpin. He was actually good. That's a good take.
He had that one scene where he just beat the shit out of Daredevil.
And especially because
Which is
he's
what
really
he's-
huge. Like,
he's
Michael
a
Clark
legitimately
Duncan's
huge
huge
person.
guy. So
yeah,
it's
Vincent
like,
D'Onofrio is just kind of like big, but like Michael Clark Duncan
They
was like
like
this
make
is
him
kind
bigger for the
of
show.
more in like a realistic way. Because in the
Yeah.
comics, Kingpin's like a fucking monster.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
huge.
he
Like
really
he's
is.
basically super strong just because he's
Yeah,
so
no,
big.
that's the thing. Kingpin like doesn't have any powers, but he's just really smart.
massive.
He's really smart, and he's just so massive and
Yeah.
like
Brick wall.
he's like trained in something, and he's like really good at fighting for some reason.
Yeah. I think he's just relentlessly
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
Blind rage. The best part about that Daredevil movie is that took place pre-outrage internet. So people were definitely not upset about Michael Clark Duncan
Oh,
playing the
Oh
Kingpin.
yeah, that
Everyone
was
was
I
all
mean,
for
we
it.
were also like 10 when that movie came
Yeah,
out. So
I can't remember that.
I don't
guess.
remember if there was outrage, but I remember being 10 and thinking it was cool that he was in it.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where it's the same thing with Green Lantern in Justice League. I just assumed the character was black. You know what I mean? My first
Yeah.
introduction was him being black. I just assumed he was black.
I mean that Green Lantern is black.
Yeah, no, Jon Stewart is black,
Yeah.
so I just assumed Green Lantern was always black. So I remember watching something else with Green Lantern. I'm like, why is he white? What happened here?
Who's this white?
Who's this white boy?
Yeah. One thing I want to say about the show is, have either of you seen the movie The Raid?
No, my roommate watched that the other day.
I watching these fight scenes, I'm like, this is The Raid.
Oh yeah, I've
Levels
heard that.
of
I've heard that.
Super drawn out, brutal fucking
Yeah.
fights. He's just breaking guys'
Yeah,
bones,
yeah.
beating
Yeah.
it's like
It's also a very visually impressive show.
Yeah.
It's like a
like
great,
the
great
cinematography is
production.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Overall.
it's
Yeah.
shot really well.
Like
actually.
the second episode when he's rescuing that boy from the Russians and he's just in the hallway of
Oh,
that
yeah, the
apartment
hallway
building.
fight,
That's
yeah.
like really similar to what happens in The Raid because that movie
Right.
takes place in like an apartment block
Yeah.
building and they're just fights in the hallway with
Yeah,
like
yeah.
6 guys and he just like fucking massacres them basically.
I
And,
think
It's great.
I think
yeah,
my-
it's great. It's awesome.
I think my only real like complaint with the series was I kind of felt like it took a little while to like get the steam going of like the first 2 episodes were like cool, but like it's just like I don't know, it's just like this like I'm not hitting it. Plus I think because they're like a real hour long, like they were like
Mhm.
55
Yeah,
minute
they're actual
episodes.
hours, yeah.
It's like hey, some of these feel like they're dragging. Like the
Yeah,
first
it does
first
happen.
few I was like I don't care. Foghorn Leghorn, go away. I don't care about you. I don't care about your troubles and how you want to try to woo this girl.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get that. I guess.
I don't know. I mean, it does definitely drag, but it does pick up at the end. Like I said, I watched the
Yeah.
last 5 episodes. Like
Yeah, I
in
think
one
I do.
sitting, was
I
like,
think I do really
I have to
like,
find out what happens next.
finish this up. But
Yeah, definitely, especially before the next season. I'm
And
not
that-
sure how much is going to tie into Jessica Jones, but
now Jessica Jones comes out in November, right?
November, I think.
20th.
20. Okay,
So
cool.
That's
one looks
another
cool.
13
I'm very
hour
excited
long
for
episode.
that.
So
Yeah, trailer drop for that today. It looks really cool. A lot
Yeah.
darker than I thought it was gonna be, I guess.
yeah, I've heard it's even darker than Daredevil, which I didn't
That's
think was
kind of
possible.
Difficult.
Because
to
it's
do
like
that.
I guess it's like all about this purple man who has like psychic abilities and
Yeah.
can make you do anything. I
Yeah.
guess.
It seems
So that's
pretty
hardcore.
like not like scary, but like
Creepy.
oh shit.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is intense.
Dark.
Yeah, very tense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know anything about Jessica Jones, but I just know.
No, I know
I'm
nothing
excited
about
for
it
the
either.
show,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I know is she, in the comics, she like was a superhero and then like retired.
Okay.
Shit got too heavy, I
And now
guess.
she's a detective.
And then she's a private eye
Okay,
for
that's
superhero-related crimes or events.
I like that premise a
Yeah.
lot, actually. That's
Yeah, no, I really like that. I like kind of like the superhero in like plain clothes. You know what I mean? None of this like I put on a suit. Like I like
Right.
the whole like she's really fucking strong and can like run really fast or whatever.
Yeah.
But like here's her just doing whatever.
She just
like
doesn't want. Yeah.
kind of like almost like a slice of life superhero. It's like hey, she's just doing her thing.
Yeah.
Like who cares? That's what I'm looking for.
Heavy stuff. It looks
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it does look very cool. And
Um,
I'm confident. Netflix is like their
The
original
Defenders are-
programming is
yeah.
so good, just all across the board.
Yeah,
It seems like
they have a lot. They have a lot of hits, and even the shows that it's like I'm not gonna watch Narcos, but like
I've heard it's really.
Yeah,
I've heard
good
it's
things.
good.
I've heard it's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like I can watch it if I want, but like,
I don't got
whatever,
time.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
And it's quality programming.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think Netflix across the board, especially with Daredevil, shows that they have, you know, the possibility of making anything into compelling television.
they definitely know what they're doing.
Yeah, no.
I think
Well, and the people at Marvel know what they're doing.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, of course.
I don't think anyone has a better grasp of what they're doing
Yeah,
than
and,
Toledo with their characters.
and I love that this actually ties into the MCU. So it's
Yeah.
like coherent. It's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, New York got fucked up,
Yeah,
right?
that
But
was
they don't
pretty
actually
right.
have to tell you because you know.
Because you already saw the
Because
Avengers.
the Avengers, you know what
Avengers made
The
1.5
incident-
billion.
Exactly.
Everyone has seen it.
Exactly.
Yeah, the
yes.
incident or whatever they kept
Yeah.
calling it.
I think they call it Battle of New York.
Yeah, it's
That's
just like,
such a
it's
good
just
name.
this clearly
That's
like
such a good
that's
name. for
accurate
that.
to what it
Just
is.
to call it
post
the Battle of New
Avengers,
York, yeah.
this post Avengers
Right,
New York.
and that's
World.
sort of the idea. Going back, I was saying before, it's a little bit politically savvy. Hell's Kitchen, where the show takes place, used to be like a really shitty neighborhood in the city when Daredevil like first came out,
Yeah.
and especially during like the Frank Miller run
Yeah.
of Daredevil. Hell's Kitchen was this dangerous neighborhood to live in, and now it's like a gentrified area. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit nicer. There's restaurants, blah blah
So
blah.
there's
you
like
know.
social commentary. in
There is
the
a little bit of
show.
social commentary, but then they use the Avengers Battle of New York to shitify
I'll fuck it up again.
the city,
Yeah.
the Hell's Kitchen
Yeah.
specifically,
Yeah.
to lead to the Kingpin's plot to
Yeah.
re-gentrify the city, essentially.
Whatever his evil
his,
plan
his, his evil plan is to gentrify
Yeah,
Hell's
it's-
Kitchen.
that's really well done.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, it's a smart show.
Yeah, I like it.
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to
Absolutely.
everything else they do and how it will tie into King of Fighters 14.
Absolutely. I'm sure that crossover is bound to happen.
Don't talk about that. It's gonna make me sad.
One,
It looks awful.
One last thing about Daredevil, though. Me and my friends came out of Ant-Man. We went to see that like the opening night.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah, I
Because
remember
why
you
not?
telling me this.
my friend, the movie ends.
Did you see Ant-Man?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I
I haven't seen a lot of things.
It's
I
a
should've.
solid movie.
Yeah, I've heard
good
good
action.
things.
But I think the
funny stuff.
Yeah, upbeat and goofy.
Upbeat and
Yeah, I mean,
goofy.
Paul Rudd's
it's
great.
like you got a goofy smile on the whole time. It's a good time.
Yeah.
We don't even like leave the theater yet. My friend just turns to me, he's like, so this play takes place in the same universe as Daredevil?
Yeah.
And it's just like Daredevil's so dark and so
Yeah.
heavy.
Because
And Ant-Man is so like
this
ridiculous.
Goofy, it's this goofy romp through like size. It's like, oh, look at all these ants. Meanwhile, Daredevil's like, just crushing dudes.
Crushing
Yeah.
dudes.
I think that's the great thing about like the Marvel universe and the DC universe, that you can have like parts
Just
that are
how
really dark
superheroes-
and then parts that
yeah.
are so wacky
Yeah.
coexisting. It's great.
It's like how
I
superheroes
mean, that
fit
is
into
that
it.
is how the world is. Like you said, life imitates art
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
It's sort of how the world is. There's crazy shit going on, but then there's also like, we're doing this and this is fun.
Yeah, but then there's also like, apparently there's like 1 million stormtroopers lined up in China for the new Star Wars movie.
Oh, already?
No, like as like.
Well, there's
like a
enough of them that
marketing
they have to wait.
No, there's like a marketing campaign. They're not actual people. I think they're like statues. Or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, like the terracottas, they just paint them like stormtroopers.
Yeah. let's
so
take these
funny.
Just put
ancient,
helmets on
let's take
all of
these
them.
ancient
Statues, yeah.
statues, and just, you know what?
I mean, I think that would
Feeling
be good
stormtroopers.
marketing.
You know what? You're right. You're right. I saw recently Rob Lowe, he tweeted, the PR people working on the Star Wars movie
Yeah.
should be running this country.
I mean, they're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Like, how could you not be excited? It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
okay.
definitely excited.
Alright, 6 out of 10.
Also, one last small thing about Daredevil: the opening credits is so awesome.
It was
The red-
Emmy nominated, believe it or not,
the fucking
for the opening credits.
just the red like
Yeah.
dripping
Yeah.
down, and that
Yeah.
music is so good.
like-
it's like
like-
makes me want to
it's so
cry. It's so
badass.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Go watch the show if you haven't.
Yeah,
I look
absolutely.
forward-
Watch Daredevil, read the Captain America comic.
And play Garou, Mark of the Wolves, because that ties into the plot.
That's not
Sure.
true, but that's true.
Yeah, New Game Plus and Bloodborne, the
That's
DLC
also-
comes out soon. Jessica Jones on
Do
Netflix.
that.
Do all these things.
Do that.
And watch
Makes sense.
anime.
Do
Yeah,
these things. You have
anime.
homework.
Anime.
And thanks, Obama.
Bye, everyone.